Welcome. Today we're talking with Colin Masson, Global Industry Director of Manufacturing at Microsoft Business Solutions, about big data management. As facilities and supply chains become more digitally connected, companies are gathering huge amounts of data about their production, processes, and customers. Colin, what should we know about big data management?
Big data doesn't have to cost big bucks, I guess, is kind of where I like to start. I think that's what's really new and why there's so much energy around big data. It used to be that you needed a team of data scientists, who are amongst the most expensive people to get right now. You used to have a team of those. You used to set up highly customized big data environments. So you had to be, frankly, a big manufacturer to be able to foot the bill and really get into big data. So I think a lot of the energy, and I think there's still a lot of small manufacturers haven't realized the opportunity yet, that they can actually get into this, coming back to leveraging the cloud, and the fact that we are really starting to see the mainstreaming of data science technologies like machine learning. So again, I wouldn't look at it in isolation. I think cloud is a key enabler for big data. I think the investments that a number of companies have made in democratizing data science and making available a lot of these tools so that they can be used by business analysts in companies and not just by data scientists, I think is another key trend that's going to see much more pervasive adoption of the technology. But I think the other technology that we have to talk about is the Internet of Things, particularly in manufacturing, where we've kind of had smart instruments on the shop floor, or if you're an industrial equipment manufacturer, you've been selling machines with lots of sensors in for a long time. If we look in offshore oil rigs, right, they have something like 30,000 sensors on them. And up until now, we've been using, I think this was McKinsey just published a report where they estimated that less than 1% of the data from all of those sensors out there in manufacturing is actually being used. And most of it's being used for control purposes, critical alarms, rather than giving you any additional insight or optimizing your processes. So the ability now to do something with that data, applying big data techniques, using cloud services so you don't have to invest in that massive infrastructure, means that even if you're a small manufacturer, you can get started on analyzing that data at a very low cost and very quickly today. So that's why we're seeing so much enthusiasm around big data, because it has moved from the domain of the data scientist into the domain of the business analyst. So it's become mainstream. But it doesn't have to be smart connected products that are driving that big data analytics. I think what we're also seeing in enterprise software is that you can now start to combine the fact that you have, let's say, a cloud-based CRM solution or ERP solution. You've got a heck of a lot of data in there as well, which traditionally has been very difficult to get insights from. So now you can start to apply some of those big data techniques, like, I don't know how many times I've said machine learning, but applying machine learning to your order patterns, or what is the quality of the parts that you're getting from suppliers? What is the on-time scheduling performance in manufacturing? So being able to apply and look for patterns and insight and baking that into enterprise software, I think is going to create a lot of a new wave of business apps and solutions that really combine what we've done for many years around transactional systems but giving you greater insights, role-based, using these big data techniques applied on top of that software, and then taking it a step further by starting to leverage the insights that we can also get from smart connected products, where we're actually selling those to customers and starting to build additional services on top of that from those insights.
Great. Thanks for all the insights, Colin.